Just testing. Okay, it's working now. Okay.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the special regular council meeting. It's really not special. The special part is that we're starting at 6 instead of 7. So let's begin with the moment of reflection and respect. Thank you very much. Item 3, confirmation of the agenda. We have the adoption of the agenda motion.
That council adopts the agenda for the special meeting of February 19th, 2025 as presented.
Mover and seconder, Councilor Desrosiers and Councilor Oslach. All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Are there any declarations of pecuniary interest? We have item 5, consideration of business for which notice is given. It's the consent agenda. Resolution.
That the February 19th, 2025 consent agenda be received for information and that council approves the minutes of the regular meeting held on February 5th, 2025.
Mover and seconder, Deputy Mayor Barber, Councilor Chapman. Any discussion? Councilor Desrosiers.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have a question regarding 5.1.3, which is in regard to the letter of support for the resolution that was passed by this council for provincial legislation on bike lanes. But the question I have is, I obviously posted about this resolution and about this notice of motion on my social media, and I had other members of municipalities within Elgin County or even outside of Elgin County that were very eager to support this notice of motion. So the question I have is what is the process for distributing this resolution to all the municipalities across Ontario? Because obviously there's some municipalities have received it, as we've received these support letters from various municipalities. But specifically, Southold has received it and endorsed it, but Bayham, Malahide, Central Elgin, West Elgin, Dutton Dunwich, there's also ones from outside of Elgin, they haven't received it yet. So is it something, maybe this question goes to the clerk, is this resolution passed or sent to municipalities kind of in increments, like, you know, a certain number of municipalities at a time, or is it mass circulated? How does that work?
Yeah, I guess it depends on the motion, but Owen can answer that.
Through the chair, so we circulated to a mailing list of all 444 municipalities. The mailing list is kept up to date by the Association of AMCTO, the Association of Clerks and Treasurers of Ontario. And members of council from other municipalities may not have seen it just due to different practices of circulating them to council, because it is done differently everywhere. For example, in Elmer, we first circulate resolution notices on the information packages between meetings. So the practice is different everywhere, but I can assure you that we've sent it to every municipality in Ontario.
Okay. Yes?
Just to follow up with that, it's not just councillors, it's also CAOs from those municipalities that have indicated they have not seen it or received it. So how are we ensuring, like, the whole purpose of this notice of motion and this resolution was to, you know, gather municipalities together to basically rally together and advocate to the provincial government. But that's not, it's really redundant if they're not even receiving the correspondence. So how are we, like, shouldn't there be some type of process that ensures this information is received, or can we resend it? Like, is there something we can do? Because they want to endorse this, they just haven't received it yet.
Yeah, do you have any specific areas that you could name that did not receive it?
Well, I did name the ones in Elgin County.
Okay.
So Southold was the only one that did receive it. And the other municipalities have confirmed they haven't received it via their staff and via their councillors. We also have, like, I know a councillor in West Highland, for example, or West Grey, maybe it's West Grey. He hasn't received it. Like, there's just a lot of municipalities that haven't received it. So I'm just wondering what we're doing on our due diligence to ensure that this is being circulated effectively.
I would just suggest that if you're aware, I'd just suggest if you're aware of any municipalities, that they reach out to AMO to ensure that they're on the list, because this isn't just a one resolution issue. They'd be missing out on all of the resolutions that go. So it's important that they check with AMO and get on that list. I know AMO does update it frequently, so it's important to make sure that they don't have spam filters on or other things to make sure that they're getting that. So if you know of anybody, that's what I'd suggest their first step be, have their clerk reach out to AMO to make sure they're on the list.
So just to clarify, sorry, it's AMO? I thought that Clerk Jaggard said it was AMTCO. Like, which organization is it that we need to?
It is AMCTO.
So in actuality, when we send them out, or when we send them through AMCTO, who passes them on to all the other 443 municipalities, is that correct?
Through the chair, but no, we send it directly using AMCTO's mailing list to all 444 municipalities.
Okay. So I guess, as the CEO said, probably have the municipalities check to make sure they're on AMCTO, because we sent it out.
Thanks.
Good. Anything else? Okay. Seeing nothing, all those in favor of the resolution is carried. Thank you. 5.2, action items, 5.2.1, Director of Financial Services, a report on the interim tax bylaw resolution.
That report Finance 02-25 entitled Interim Tax Bylaw 2025 be received for information, and that council direct staff to prepare a bylaw establishing the interim rates for the first two 2025 installment dates.
Mover and seconder, Councillor Chapman and Councillor, I was going to say Van Ryn, Councillor Barber. Heather.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Council can recall that they see this report yearly at this time while we wait for the county rates. So as soon as we get the county rates, then we can do the final bylaw for 2025. So we do the interim so that we can send out the first two bills, and then they'll be trued up in August.
Thank you. Council, questions? Seeing none, all those in favor of the resolution? That's carried. Thank you.
That report Clerk 08-25 regarding online payment implementation be received for information, and that council approve entering into agreement with Paymentus to provide online and credit card payment services to the town of Elmer.
Mover and seconder, Councillor Chapman, Deputy Mayor Barber. Comments or questions by council? Did you have a report on that, Owen?
Yes, I can provide a report. So this report is just detailing a potential agreement with Paymentus to provide online credit card payments services to the town. We believe this will be an asset in terms of our Laserfiche public forms, as it will allow us to tie into those and receive payment online directly for things like building permits, tax certificates, tax statement requests, as well as parking tickets, offering the ability for individuals out of town to pay online. Paymentus will be charging a fee directly to the users. It's a convenience fee of 2.5% for credit card transactions and 1% for debit transactions. And Paymentus is a service provided to a number of municipalities in Ontario. They're a trusted provider. They meet the payment card industry data standards, which they're required to meet. From the town's perspective, this is ideal as we do not host any payment information. Paymentus provides that service to us, and they provide essentially the middleman for online transactions. And with that, I can take any questions.
Thank you. Councillor Chapman.
So just to clarify.
That is correct.
Anyone else? Seeing none, all those in favor of the resolution, that is carried. Thank you. Item 5.3, reading of bylaws and proceedings thereon.
The council gives 3 readings to and approves bylaw 15-25, being a bylaw to provide for an tax levy, tax class for 2025, to provide for the payment of taxes and to provide for penalty and interest of 1.25%. Bylaw 16-25, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of council held on February 5th, 2025. And bylaw 17-25, being a bylaw to authorize the signing of an agreement between the Corporation of the Town of Elmer and Paymentus for the provision of online and credit card payment services.
Very well, thank you. Did I have a mover and seconder for this? I didn't think so. Mover and seconder, Councillor Desrosiers and Councillor Rahi. Any questions or comments from staff on this? Seeing none, all those in favor? That's carried, thank you. 5.4, we have a meeting closed to the public.
That council moves into a meeting closed to the public at 6:12 PM to discuss the following matters. Chief Administrative Officer Report CAO 25, Industrial Land Disposition, and that consideration of this item is closed to the public pursuant to Section 239-2C of the Municipal Act 2001 as amended, as the subject matter pertains to a proposed or pending acquisition or disposition of land by the municipality or local board.
Mover and seconder, Councillor Desrosiers and Councillor Rahi. All those in favor? And it's carried. Brief. Back, everyone. We have a report from closed session.
The council do now rise from a meeting closed to the public at 6:33 PM and reports the following. The council received for information, Chief Administrative Officer, report CAO 07-25, or 08-25, industrial land sale, and that council gave direction to the CAO respecting the report.
All right, thank you. Mover and seconder, Councilor Desrosiers, Councilor Chapman. All those in favor? Is carried. Have a motion to adjourn.
And that council do now adjourn at 6:35 PM.
Mover and seconder, Councilor Oslach and Councilor, Deputy Mayor Barber. All those in favor? Is carried. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.